see the crystal have imparted to you its knowledge, Professor. Excellent, you are ready to embark on the training. Naturally, it begins with the armanet, a set short sleeves known as trace the roots of hearing the Elda, to employ its natural occurring objects power known as the Elda sword. They are placed around the sick and ailing that create the etheric which the healer channels their magic. In this primitive design, the graduate involved with the present form, which is construction, is far more sophisticated. The basic principles remain unchanged. In practice, you wield Nullis as an extension of its mind, sending them darts throughout the air in waves which can be unleashed magic. It sounds difficult to wield. It is because they are even the more most talent that require years of training to become proficient. But you have an advantage, a transcendent talent. The crystal has chosen you with its knowledge, and it will become more natural to you than others. As I would like to have you try your hands with knowledge at once. I have just received promising intelligence from command. Apparently our fugitives have taken themselves to Idleshire in the Dravian hinterlands. Let us make our way there at once. I need help. See that? That man is in trouble. Look at me. I'm comfortable. Nice try, but nope. Oh, he did. Many eyes and ears, we just leave. I don't know who you are, but I don't care. We'll get our way again and you'll be warned. I could have taken the tank data. Why did the leader protect you? Those questions must be. You must be under age this man. I just think of what my Pardon me to introduce myself. My name is Forded of Charlian at your service. Julie. I'm Charlian too, a recent graduate of the stadium. Would you mind telling us what happened? Oh, at an Alua, because the rest Dalek watches over his own. That's what will happen. What is there to say? I was going about my business when they set upon me and without warning of location. What is your business, if you don't mind me asking? Dealing a provision. I'm a sage, and you see, I have traveled the realm providing treatment and gratis to those who cannot afford it. Besides, speaking of which, one of your assailants, German, also was a sage master. Was he known to you? No, I haven't never laid eyes upon him before. I do not have an inkling, however, as to why the villains have. If their use sage art for ill, then their destination is likely to be Saint Monica's Arboretum. Because they pass following Exodus, the coalition certain plants become forbidden in Charlian, but that which can no longer be found in the millet still grows freely there, among which are potent. I see, that does not stand to reason. This day it was with your knowledge that it attacked you. Of course, Sage, you do not appear to be Charlian. How did you come to possess this? People have entrusted crystals to me, and when I exhibit a strong resonance of Kaiser's presence, I turn entrustment from him. And you were chosen to inherit. Artemis. I was struck by the remarkable providence to have crossed paths with a sage so far from home. Ours is a reclusive nation, after all. Our policy is to observe, not intervene. This does not sit well by me, so I led Charlie behind, as the great master Louis Soir once said. I would never dare to assist myself to him. I do believe it's my duty to alleviate suffering in the world. So what is about your words, though? You are a noble soul, master, and I commend your resolve. Must return to the road. I thank you for coming to my aid, till we next meet again. Let us both endeavor to seek our new knowledge and possibilities for the betterment of mankind and womankind. I stand in equality here. Let's hate one. Given what we've known in the future, I might consider that they might have their knowledge of sealed in Great Gubal Library. But Master Farnham presents a compelling theory. All knowledge proven theory to my own. The query has clearly been loving sage magic. I suspect that as much given to the fact they stole. The cult leaves the room to tell, not that giving us any greater insight like to who they are and what the ultimate goal. Regardless, to use sage for ill is unforgivable. I will not rest until those criminals are right. In this society, I dare say I have an ideal place for their training. Especially, I do not think it would be so immense. You know that this place holds ancient strains across their creation. Monitoring medical plans. Alas, in the wake of the XIV 15 years, this one. Still, there are certain charms to seeing the nature reassert its dominion. Why, it would be managing rare wildlife within it. I should like to spend. Just to find future alien data. Clues that led us here. Time passing before we see the preparation. A spot for practice within your spell. We're not going straight in. maze. Elemental. Yes, could I mean. Will channel upon me, healing my wounds as you deal damage to your foes. Let's continue. Barrier. Harvested here. I can identify it. The main part of town. We should investigate better. Possibly look at it. I somehow originally fought here. They probably a little bit of magic. New garden. Alright. form. I command you to surrender yourself at once. All the weapons you bear against us. No matter, I warned you once, I won't warn you again. god, I'm horrified. I don't have time for this. You're the one against this enhanced. This is not support for now. My mission takes precedence. Oh, that fight was actually really... I'm not getting a lot from them, I'm supposed to... Let's continue our planet where I came from. I shouldn't doubt it. There's a manner of herb, but none I've ever seen in my studies. And besides, I made my way out. I stumbled upon what appears to be a diary from the entrance. So much of it contains the magic of usage, I cannot make out some systems. So you may have to assume it belongs to a sage. As you continue your pursuit, I will work upon lithium. When you have a moment, please feel free to pursue the concept in Alshire. On that note, let's head back to the sentiment. Spell. The clever husband proposed under the balances. Dispatched. There are plans of selling for identification that we must learn. I believe we can gain insight into this. I've been practicing the gnosis while I was looking. I asked because even with the crystal knowledge, you demonstrated remarkable proficiency. Discipline, you have a gift for the art. The sages, those memories, besides the crystal. So I cannot help but wonder if the sages' art were created the battlement of mankind. Why does it incorporate techniques that push inflict harm? In the future, why could they have compelled to spur homeland as a matter of blue style? The master offended have I must the opportunity before to hear back regarding the plan. Would you please take the opportunity to continue? If you go about your training, remember to heed your advice within your soul crystal. Do so, and your predecessor will surely grant you the wisdom. Wonderful. Remember the mystery of a plant. I stand certain and analysis the results received not long ago. A herb that possesses potent aether fortifying properties owing to its effect. Its cultivation was outlawed some years ago. Mostly certain that why the fugitives came to us unable to obtain the herb of Charlian. They decided to procure it from the arbitrator. They decided to attempt to use it in the concentration with the soul crystal to further enhance themselves. Though their motives are still a mystery, the fact remains that they already caused harm and will continue to do so until they are brought to justice. Now, as they fail to obtain Muscovy here, they might not need to look elsewhere, and it's forced to say that my former informer has helped me to identify the opposite, who deals with the herb, and whom I suspect our Corey seek. Vigil, the resident of Lost Hopes, is Central Dalan. That is where we shall mark my words. This won't escape this time. I'll suffer them. The misuse of Sage Noble aren't no longer, much less with the soul crystal. If we were to catch the future, we had best hurry. They said we should take moments to regroup and prepare for the Black Station before. So dry and dusty place here. What I wouldn't give for a bath right now. How long have you been waiting here? I mean, it's well you're here, and I'm already replenished my supplies, so if you're ready, we may begin looking for the apparatus at once. A Hyrule woman whose fish that you should mark her out. Users are like to be searching her too. We must find her before they... The woman yonder fits the description, but something appears to be amiss. Let's investigate her. Help me, please. Damn. Last moment, a group of bands attacked us. Man should flee, but he's still at their mercy. We're not. We'll help you. Pray lead the way. Thank you. It could only be them. Over there. Yeah, wait. Is this master? It's over, villains. Lay down your arms or else. Or else what? Answer me one thing. What is all this for? Why go to such lengths and forsake everything you had obtained power? Why wield such power against good while meant to, oh. Good, well-meaning. You know nothing about us. Nothing. You're just fools who believe everything you've been fed. Begin to regret sparing you. You feel it, the weight of sacred duty, strive for the betterment of mankind, and stand as a beacon of hope? Play with the people's lives. Do you feel it, the weight of the sin? You would speak of sin? To be not when life meant to be saved. That is the greatest sin. Every day unfortunate souls die without reason, at fate's whim. This sage duty to fight this injustice by whatever means you may. If you understand this, then it's not too late for you. You may yet make something of your lives. Shut your... If you're determined to protect your rights, then I will consider you competent. Wait, I know you. My brother! To some of comfort, I fear for the civilian. And it would stand a chance of being as they were known. You bastards! No, don't let him provoke you. Stay with me. Listen to my voice. Well, must be Lord's beast elsewhere. Attend to it. Kaiser, would you mind assisting me? Good. I have situation in hand. Something is odd. You with the beast, don't worry about it. I fought. I dare say you are born sage fascinating, but come, let's show the others. The villains may not remain stricken for too long. Done the weather. That was all. These conditions are changed. We should probably take advantage of this and apprehend them. But the symptom. Hold on, I'm getting us out of here. We'll find Locke. But no, you're not. You know it. It's the enhancement, isn't it? I know something of procedure, of its potency, the harm it causes. There's a limit to the amount of corporal aether I'm a living can harbor. As we grow up, it waxes. As we grow old, it wanes. A gradual, gentle process is allowed to. Complication may arise when one forcibly fortifies the aether, as a rogue healer was rumored to have been doing with. The man used an unapproved procedure to countless souls, a forbidden procedure known only to us. And though he successfully in a few instances, the subject suffered from deliberating side effects, and those rumors were denounced by the forum as baseless, and yet you believe anything they tell you, won't you, naive fools? What? Can you stand? Who you isn't it? Mob on ASO. Yes, it is my children, and how you've grown. Thanks to 12 you're alive. Freedom. Ansel. I have the perfect stance I've never had for but it'll be a mission, but I couldn't. It seems you know them. They were called Mahal and Cancel. Of course, they're my adopted children. When they were orphaned at a young age, I took them in and raised them as my own. Though none of us were related by blood, we became a close family as any. Ours was a quiet, comfortable life, but then one day, Mahad fell sick. He had a raging fever and grew weaker in the past moment. As Aetherspurn, the illness was called. It's a rare disease where the body becomes unable to draw ether from food. But there is no known cure of our true didn't end here. Even as we were struggling after, Mahad, a fell beast, attacked our settlements. Ansel tried to protect his sister, but was badly hurt. The surgeon said that he would be bedridden for the rest of his days. I didn't know what to do, but the only coin to care for them. My mind was in a dark place. I began thinking of how I might spare us all. I was in a state that he found me, a kind traveler, a healer. He offered to help Mahal Ansel and refused the little payment I tried to give him. But he also said that their conditions demanded special care and facility. It would take years, and many years, as desperate as I was. I accepted without hesitation, so he left with my children. It was hard to not knowing what I painted, wondering if I had made the right choice, but I clung to the hope that one day we were united, and we were. Oh, to finally see them again. I haven't had the words, and it matters not that they've changed. The healer, what was his name? Goldevin, he called himself, a healer of some renown in his native Charlene, I believe. A touching, but where there is life, there is hope. Would you not agree? Now then, if I am no longer needed here, I shall return to making my next time my aspiring mage. I didn't have a chance to speak to them, but whether they've gotten involved with, I hope they'll be alright. It's a good mission. I asked the immortal flames to keep an eye on the area. When is your depth? And then no, you don't mind telling me, but what was the first name of meeting master? Oh no, he's a regular of mine, introduced by an acquaintance. When he comes, he takes a moment to treat those who are waited. To have so many kindly healers, Charlene must have been wonderful. And who is this acquaintance of yours, I ask? A merchant airport, Master Fender, buys alchemist ingredients from him. Rare items sourced through. I see. Our curiosity, when did Master buy from you this time? Usual, if you speak of Muscula, he was acting the one who told me where to find a herb that is to be used to treat it. Excuse me, I must return to the stall. I don't know when, but I know my children will return. I must work hard if I'm to give us better lives. This has given me so much to ponder. The truth. He was lawful and his accomplice who sought to murder the master. Now that we know who went with Master himself, clearly they have a bare grievance against him. If those rumors are true, then one was actually, but the forum was adamant in their denial. They surely wouldn't. My mind is running amok. Forgive me, but I must always bring my thoughts. Corporal after Wayne's alarming raid, he done the film, though we were able to keep her. There's not a meaning. He reviewed past claims of nature, but found no effective treatment. Yet, the most simple thing we can do is something that is known as try. Well, maybe the answer. We Viera have used this medicine herbs since ancient times, though particularly poisonous, but remember to find, we should be able to suppress. Kaiser, I pray forgive me, but either billion, if you don't mind, I'd like to review the situation as it stands, where I've been laboring under the assumption of Loifa and its companies we had coming with in the pursuit of forbidden power. To the end, they seek to procure money, which they would use in conjunction with the stolen soul crystal. It wasn't the muscle that they wanted, but no, what they wanted was the man who wanted it, Master Falzarin. They used this herb as lead. They went to Arbitorium in anticipation of the query all, and failing to find them there, there must be their way to lost hope. Such as a theory at any rate. What do you make of this? So you think so too? There's something else, Kaiser. I will mention of a Charlatan healer who was in the heinous procedure of all the things. After sharing my recent development Commander, they reopened the investigation, and I have to consider the shock amount to confirm that be some truth to them at all. If the villain went to the great length of such a concealed operation, and did he meant elude the authorities for all. A man identified yet to be conductor as Stern. We must have suspect. A sage who disappeared in the Shaolin shortly before our future first. A sage by the name of Gildebane. Yes, the single who took Malfoy and Asa into his care, I expect. If that they would have it every single reason follow him. It goes far away. We know. So let's proceed in something and have this truth from the heart of the reason. Now, according to our policy, it was a merchant of Airport who introduced them. If we find this merchant, we will also find Albert. How I should take it aside, but wait, we must have work with you. And this merchant from this recall, the man deals with their we're here. So we got help outside. The work, can you go and tend to them? Might be as well forever missing it. Watch your stuff, I'm going to race. You are too late to help this merchant. Aloyfa, you can still save him. Yet our earliest speculation was simply that. Speculation, we don't know for certain, but what he has his company to accomplish. What we do now, however, is that they took left in the Shalin, they're murderers. Know that we must pass judgment, but they took her from me, my mother. He was right, I am a fool. I thought I was strong enough to keep my feelings out of it. I understand that the man who took my mother's life was not in his right mind. Forgive me my indecision. I said, please render life for your aid. Maha, Ansel, where are they? They were not here when I arrived, and only the merchant. I was too late for him, but Kaiser was able to save you. Will you tell us what happened? Who was that attacked you? Goldovan, who else? That bastard's still out there because of you, and now... So it is what we had suspected. Alderaan is Goldovan. Finally ready to accept it, are you? He can change his face and his name. There's no changing the monster he is. Still masquerading as a kind-hearted healer, a wolf in sheep's clothing who's prey upon the vulnerable for the right. So you were indeed a test subject. I'm sorry, had I known Your apologies. It won't bring Muhammad Ansel back. When we confronted Goldovan, they shielded me from his magic. We must have taken him away. I can't do anything for all the power and sacrifice. I couldn't do it. Damn thing. What are you talking about? I was born to sow the... Oh, it's a golden pearls. Before me, Shalin accused me. He said, I have believed your so long. I have no chance. For I was how you feel, but the master was overjoyed, seeing that for the first time. Why do you have a girl face on the first time I went to live for him and me? Why does that girl have a... But we were fooled. In the guise of treatment, Goldovan subjected me to dangerous procedure to fortify my ether. I wasn't the only one. There were others, so many, but one after they disappeared until the few of us remained. Me, who survived more than cured, were given unnatural powers. I was twice as strong as any man, and I could channel my magitech with ease. But for all the good, I was no match for Goldovan's trick. Worse still, I could not protect myself, and his life is my reward. For all suffering and sacrifice, it's been better off dead. I want to save them. I can't do it alone. I need your help, so please. I was told, and now because it was. I can only mean one thing. He means to experiment on them again. So, if only one thing, he means to experiment on them. Yeah, I can't let that happen. We must find and save them. Wait, if he ever manages to get the whereabouts, the fact that remains there are three of you together can overpower him. We cannot expect to fare much better in all likelihood. He himself is also in hand. If we are to confront them, we must have a foolproof plan. Do you not agree, Kaiser? Very well. Now I assume you to return to Ilshire, and I will join you there after briefing the others on the situation. Be safe. Tidings of command. They've confirmed that Gullivan is a mescal in the procedure. Despite his attempt to destroy all evidence of his crime, traces of the herbs were found in the library. Furthermore, no records exist that he had any furtherance. Even if there is any doubt, it was a false identity there is now. In hindsight, we should have tried to explain anything to you, but we didn't know who to trust. Even if now, in an attempt to convince me, I doubt I would have listened. I see that what I wanted to see. Even with the mounting evidence, I want, or whether we see, whether we have a same to see what it becomes. I took up the shield because I wanted to protect all life. I just did dying breath. Your mother was a warrior like you. She was a healer, and the soul crystal you took, it was hers. Then the woman that day was your mother, was already fled to Charlene. We were attempting to escape when one of our comets collapsed in pain. As someone saw us on another stage, suspicious that we would have looked, she rushed to our aid without hesitating, but our company, he flew into a frenzy and he wouldn't stop him. We tried to save her, but gods know I did. With the last of her strength, she pressed the crystal into my hand. Forgive me. There's not to forgive. She did what she had to always. What she believes what's right. If she had any regret, it would be doubtless, but she wished before. This is my hope. We will carry on her legacy, to fight the future of our lives. Of our lives. I shall dedicate all my efforts to locate Gullivan. Until I do, please continue my practicing your skills. Better to be prepared when we face them. I suspected the highly effective way to one ether is to soul too much of poison. We must find a way to separate the beneficial to else the mischief from its point. We have administered the disease of Monaco after the patient fell unconscious. Though she was waking a few hours, she is extremely agitated and took steroids to do her. We can no longer dismiss the risk in a treatment. We must submit to a report of a state of danger of musculine or someone else. The pain has returned, the worst never. The disease eats away at me. I feel I much too much left. Yet there is so much, so very much. What follows? Restores your 8 HP by nearby elements. Increase the barrier which nullifies damage. Whoa, that is an effect. We are pleased to hear that in response to your latest report, my superior has decided to spare no resources in the hunt with Kenan. A remarkable chance of policy given how much consider the rumors warned our only before being dismissed in any event. With assistance, it is only a matter of time before we find our man. While we wait for development, I ask you to continue honing your skills, better to content with the development while the time comes. I can't say I will join you. I will not if you're not. Oh, we welcome it. Kaiser can go no further with the limited knowledge he would benefit from the guidance. I dare say you stand to gain as well. As you might train, I may suggest you lend a helping hand to the locals in Dwarven Hinlands as home to the treasure. It is a dangerous line of work, and they often find themselves in trouble. If you speak with their representative, and I do, you'll be able to direct you to their fellows familiar with my I'm not talented. Okay. Overall, we're capable of wielding some magic, though the abundance of it able to may be attributed to its enhanced. His finest suggests. Right. I shall. Yeah, we need some info. If you want to help us, I will just want to make a quick coin. There's some bite of more. If you want to return, I have mind to go and look for them. Reckon you able to take care of it, my stead? Goodbye. Some nasty fiends have been out here lately. I'm hoping your friends haven't run off. Friends, I say. We're more like family, and family look after Aye, they do. Watch ourselves, and thanks again. You always can. I think that subjecting me to this procedure really gave me the ability to wield sage magic, power to heal and to harm. And I will pay to get doing so. With this death, his victims will finally be able to move on. Those are the thoughts of another day. Let us be off if we can find these hunters. Any fiends that may be stalking them. Things volunteer to look. Hopefully you will be anyone born counting on you. Alright, yes, Tommy, mommy. Alright, bug. Future have. Oh, could this be? Oh. Thank you, I thought I owe you my life. I'll be sure to sing your praises for all who listen. Farewell. God we have spare her family sorrow. Come, let us continue. Oh, the whole time here, I'll take care of it. Oh, you're right. No. But I'm alive? How? Healing, duh. Was it you? Yeah, well, you were in a bad way, Well, thank you so much. My wife's been providing my wife with child, our firstborn. I want to earn as much as possible for our family. In my haste, I got reckless. I took the job that was beyond me. But I thank you. I still have my life. My family still have me. No more stupid risks. I will not squander my future you've given us. My thanks again. I have quite a lot to live up for, doesn't he? You know, I used to dream about a future I knew I'd never see. About to overcome my illness, protecting the forest as the wood warden, as a life of duty of Vera man. I wanted to repay my people for not giving up on me, my tribe and my master. I allowed myself to hope when I went to Gulliver, until I dream died once and for all in his laboratory, along those who were sacrificed in pursuit of a twisted ambition. But a better mankind, that depraved fiend, took everything from me. Since then I had bent upon revenge, save that there was no purpose for my sage powers. Since meeting you and Lala, I feel as though I'm beginning to understand why this soul crystal was given to me, and hope that all might live through better tomorrow. There is a warm comfort in that and in purpose. I would fall again, but not when my friends need me. Come, I will protect them for those purpose and no other. I will use my powers, this I swear upon the crystal. Soon we must confront Gillivan if we're triumph. We must trust each other with our lives. Are we prepared to trust you? You're still about that? I didn't realize you were sensitive. I'm sorry about that. For one day, let's head back to Alashio. Hope our allies have made progress. Good. New sheriff for the huntsman Golden. First of all, we've located the villain. With the aid of the fellow officer, we've measured unusual activity in a cave in the dwarf forelands. I think we've made this his base, and holds Maha and Ansel. The two are alive, and more than that, we could not ascertain. Hold on, my friends. We're coming to save you. We also learn about more of Gil himself from an acquaintance of his in yesteryear. According to it, after graduating the sodium Gulliver completed further studies in various fields, dominatics most notably. For his skill and knowledge, he was maybe a professor of the facility, and it was there he met his wife, a fellow researcher and a talented sage in her own right. One day she fell gravely ill. Healers and various professions attempted to treat her, but her condition deteriorated rapidly. She passed away not a week later. Gulliver was not the same after that. Whatever tragedy he has known, Ken must have no sympathy for him, nor you if you had seen the madness in the eyes, heard the malice in his voice. Mark my words, if it wasn't for his wife that he mourned, but the loss of a great valuable resource, his people are too golden. It would seem, but whatever he may have had, he cannot be permitted to continue his depraved experiments. After being successful, we cannot storm his cave just yet. His knowledge of someone has made him a dangerous opponent, and we must amply prepare. To the end, I've been working on a countermeasure. It took a little longer to complete. Meanwhile, I must ask for your patience and your faith. As much as I want to save my end, so I would be meaningless if we lost anyone in the process. So please believe in me. Alright, I'll wait. When all is ready, we'll go and rescue Mahara and Ansel. Panamela. If erects a magical barrier around self and all party members near you that absorb energy equivalent to heal grants 5 seconds per minute. When the barrier is completely absorbed, a stack of Panamela is consumed, a new barrier is applied. When the okay, interesting. Soon, we will rescue myself, score with Gulliver. I must apologize for the wait. Countermeasures are ready. Quite delicate, however. Hold reckoning. Let us be at once. Is there any further? My operatives are that your friends are still alive. Together we will ensure that there's no. Thank you. Though to me, the immediate friend, your family. Destinations northwest of the Rainforest, where the Sun foothills meet the. The entry is just west of Spring. Understood. I'll go ahead. Alright, go there. Remember, our chief concern is Mahan and Asa. As a countermeasure, I set guard limits imbued with the special enchantment to shield you from Gulliver influence. If the worst comes to it, it will keep you safe, hopes alive. As I mentioned, rather delicate, I guarantee that this will last you one battle. You would rather sally forth. I'll have you. I have 25. That is way too much. I'm like, bro, my best gear is 500. I'm like, yeah, I'm not. Actually, it looks kind of dope. I'm wondering if that kind of looks kind of. Mahan, Ansel. Did some, you bastards. My, such anger. Why are you so instead of feel joy for your friends? The opportunities to mankind's future. With the fertility of flesh, some knowledge is still experience are forever lost, an unconscious and unacceptable waste. And lasting with additional sacrifice. This is avoidable to you, my friend. Your invaluable living specimen. I give thanks for the opportunity to study further. You monster, how many lives are you torn apart at your twisted whims? Your plain indulgence, pity. As fellow Charlatans, I have hoped you at least would come to appreciate my vision. Alas, you are so sad the rest. No matter, you set your purpose and as a bench flow for my progress. As the elements are present for the strength. Aha, Ansel, kill these self. Hold on, friends, we'll save you. It should be possible to break Gulliver's control. You just need to find an opening. As for you, I would thank you never to call me a fellow Charlian. That's dope. My mind, and amidst a fairly palatable, I had best to make myself scarce. Damn it, you're not in the right mind. We have enough to subdue them. I already have full dash? Weird. We'll do one harder. Oh, you should heal yourself, bro. Oh, we got him. There's only one left now. Aha, Ansel. Forgive me, I did not want to hurt you. It seems you possess a high affinity for the sage arts. That I should be blessed with some fine treasure for my research. We shall see what else you can do. Yes, we must. Watch out! What? Yeah, I got you, man. Yeah, I won't fail, not again. Though the suffering sacrifice is still here, I'm still alive. As long as I live, I refuse to let anyone else die on me. What say you, Maha asked. As if you need to ask. Where you go, we'll follow, you know this. I believe you... it's in you and... Oh yeah. Marvelous, absolutely marvelous. Don't hold back, my dear subject, neither shall I. For the betterment of mankind, let's transcend the limits of our flesh together. Oh, well, that's something. That is a cool form. Alright. Let's fight. I'll try to protect everyone if I can. heal because it's like... he does like... It takes like... He's eating like HP, I think. Jesus Christ, he does like so much damage. Oh, I'm like, I can't keep up with her hitting her, like, what the hell? This is actually a hard fight, I think. Well, I can't even fight had the... Oh my god, yeah. He's actually strong. course, I'm in the middle of that shit. God, this fight is actually insanely harder. Or should I get DPS again? Don't mind the DPS him. Oh god, this boss. This actually was one of a tough fight. The Reaper one was a joke. This one was actually tough because he. God, have to. I wonder which thumbnail I'm going to be using. What are you waiting for? Let's kill him and have done with it. Done with it. So it's be Lofi's decision. This power that I have, born of untold sacrifice, I swore that I would use it to protect life, not take it. Elizabeth will face justice back in his homeland, where he committed his most heinous crimes. I'm sorry, my friends. Lala, the crystal was your mother's, and it rightfully belongs to you. It was where it belongs, though your deeds bring honor to my mother's memory. I will strive to do the same, with my trusty sword and shield. That's the best gen, by the way. With your blessing, I hereby take Gulliver into custody. You will be transported back to Charlene, where you will be tried on the forum. Not the forum. While I attend to necessary arrangements, you should be ready to outshot. Have rest. I will join you anon. This mercy is more than you deserve, but you will answer for your crimes, every last one. This theory, marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. Do you not agree, Hatia, dearest? While I sit I will claim my mother's soul crystal, wanted it as a memento from nearby. I come to realize that there is no better than to remember her than the legacy of deed. She was the gentlest, noblest one who would never finish in the face of danger. If someone was in need of succor, I will endeavor to honor the legacy by rising to defense Lufia and you should be returned to Asha as well. God knows you deserve the rescue. Fallen. We're paradise, but we have reason to live. We have a chance to see our mother again, and we owe it. And it disappears and make arrangements. We had a long, difficult, I must confess. So you please the Gillivan will be returned to Charlian, alive and well. But they'll deeply disappointed to hear that the fugitive escaped and that despite my best effort, I could not pick up on the trail again. So I don't exactly mistrust the forum, but I do have reason to believe that they knew about Gillivan activities and they let on. Perhaps they were hoping for a resolution that wouldn't see the sordid details of his experiment brought to light. Now that all that's going on is open, your innocence has been made plain. My superiors will no longer think to pursue you. You are free to begin. This is very least you deserve it. Did you kill them? Well now, you're surprisingly reasonable for a mole-headed Charlian. Beg your pardon? I'm simply thanking you that have survived. I never asked for my powers, or fate has decreed I have them. I will use them that were tended, and the fight for the future will... To see my friends were able to return home, safe and knowledgeable. If you weren't you, we would have been dead or worse. We all have been up and lived for only revenge. If you give us a second chance, and we won't waste it. Our love and research, of course, it has been as much for his sake as ours. Rather, he can't stand be alone. We thought that Veer man prefers solitude, not our life, but deep down he's a lonely little boy. Manly indeed. As a little guy, regarded the sages of Eld with awe, been tales all were not mythical, untouchable in their virtue ideals. But the more I think of it, the more I'm convinced that those legends cannot be so unlike us. They are no ordinary folk who bore great love for their friends and family, and love extends to all life. And now more than ever, I see this love as in my dear departed mother, and thought I still have much more to learn, even while I endeavor to be proud of her. Thank you. I could not have learned this lesson or accomplished my mission without you. As our work is done, our time together is over. I shall linger indoors a while, Hope to see you more. Kenan first, he knows the princess. I say to do this so I no longer be held my own, carry on my own. These have a last chance, I'll be glad that you were happiest moment. And I have something I can use. With that being said, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to me all the time, I'll be said this to Kenan because let it get an OP. I'm just that good. See you next video. I'll be the same.